Wakey, wakey.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach.
And Lucas.
It's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Rail Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to Space Letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh.
And Lucas.
Break clear of the fear on The Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
It is. Indeed Tuesday, my dudes, and welcome. Holy Jesus. You know what? I thought I was doing so good with those and Lucases. Man, I was on it. My timing was good. And I don't even friggin' know what day it is.
It's Friday.
You did it again.
You know what? I just need to give up. I'm just going to abandon these buttons and just stop having to pretend to know what day it is. And I'll just continue to wander aimlessly throughout my week.
Hey, at least you caught yourself this time. Nobody had to tell you.
It's been a long week. That's just how it goes, I guess.
Well, I was in the same boat a little bit earlier. I'm like, what? It's Friday. I have to go on the show. So I was freaking out. I didn't know what day it was.
Finally got some coffee. I mean, this new coffee maker is awesome. There's no 60-second, 90-second wait for the water to heat up. It just starts coming out instantly. I want to take it apart and see how it works. Yeah, I haven't had that urge in a long time. We got the old one out here, but it started working again, so I don't really want to kill it and take it apart to see how it works. I'm pretty good at taking stuff apart. It's the putting it back together exactly. You know, I always have a part here, a part there. Something breaks.
Well, if you have to be one thing, be efficient. You just increase the efficiency of the machine, that's all. If it really needed those parts, they wouldn't have included them in the first place.
Well,
really good technicians can put all that shit back together without all those parts. I'm just saying.
Yeah, those engineers don't know what they're talking about half the time anyway. They need to make more money. They gotta show them something. Hey, look, I designed this new part to put right in here, and what does it do? Well,
they got that whole machine shop, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything, but it's an extra part, you see.
Exactly.
That's an extra.
Well, no, they tell their bosses who don't know any of this. Well, it's gonna do the hydrothermal couple rangefinder. You did it. Oh, okay, that sounded important. Throw it in there. No, I'm joking. I don't know. But yeah, stuff usually worked when I'd put it back together and still have my parts left over, so couldn't have been that important.
That's my flux capacitor Coriolis compensator. Sweet. Give me two.
Does a coffee machine need that?
Depends on your latitude. That's why it's better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. Like every good Coriolis compensator.
So how's work going? Have you heard anything?
No, nothing
more
yet.
about. No?
About.
Good. Just about the
mandates.
The mandates and all that stuff. Man, I've seen a lot of stuff on like even mainstream news type stuff where people are not happy about this.
Yeah. Nurses walking out, having to shut down parts of the hospital because nurses are.
I saw today there was some tradies and that in the CBD of Melbourne, and they basically said if you're not vaccinated, you can't go into the tea rooms. Be in a group and have tea together, or lunch, or smoko. So they basically all went out and set up in the middle of the road and blocked off the road. So they're all having lunch and smoko out in the middle of the road. So I thought that was brilliant.
That is good. I saw a pretty funny meme, I thought. It was a bunch of North Koreans celebrating that they don't live in Australia.
Oh, man.
Yeah, made me chuckle. Well, it appears we've been joined. I wasn't even sure you were going to show.
Why is that?
Well, because you only show maybe 60% of the time you say you'll be here.
No, I gotcha. No, you know the way my life goes.
Oh, I do.
I never know.
Believe me, it's not a complaint or a criticism of any kind. It's just a observation. But I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Jonathan from Jersey. Or
good morning,
Jonathan, originally from Jersey.
Right now, it's Jonathan from Miami.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Miami.
So did I call you when I was driving back from Dallas? Did I call you that night?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did an all-nighter. I wound up doing a 24-hour run. It wasn't as impressive as the Kessel run in 12 parsecs, but hey. 24 hours.
So what you doing in Miami, Jonathan? Having fun?
Oh, really? Maybe like that. Really?
I've never been that far down into Florida. I think the farthest I've gone was just south of Tampa.
Yeah.
I hear it's
down here.
Sweaty swamp down there.
It is.
I lived there for about a year-ish, 8 months to a year when I was, it was in 79. I was about 11. Yeah, definitely so humid there that because of an issue with my inner ear, which we later developed into this whole Meniere's disease, I couldn't get rid of the moisture in my ear. It stayed wet, so it stayed with an infection. I was constantly in the doctor's office, hurting, crying. It was miserable. We had to move from Miami due to the humidity. And now I live in Louisiana. But it's not as humid here. It really isn't. It's a whole different thing down there in Miami. Or it used to be. I don't know. That was 79, 80. So has it changed? I know we're undergoing earth changes, right? Climate change, something. I don't know.
No, it's a little more humid here. Like coming back from Dallas, that's the first thing I noticed is it went from not just a slight elevation change. There's that too, but the air quality is so different. It is more humid here, and out there it was hotter. Maybe 5-10 degrees, but I can't actually say that. There's some days I swear to God you can't stand in the sun. It's pretty hot down here. It's not.
Yeah, last year they set a record. Sorry, last year there was over 100 days that were over 100 degrees in a row.
Yeah, I mean people stay indoors, and it's like I don't mind AC, but if I could live, I prefer, especially in New Jersey, during the winter, I love cracking the window and having fresh air, and you sleep better with the cool air and all that. And you ain't gonna get that down here. Hell no. I mean, maybe a couple days we did over the winter. It was my first winter down here this past year. But in any case, yeah, no, I only came down
in the winter. Does it rain down there during the winter? Because in Tampa, it barely rained
every friggin' day. It's like clockwork. It's like you can every day at 3:30 you can expect it. It's like, oh, here comes the rain, and it lasts for maybe an hour on and off, but it comes down.
Really? See, now that wasn't a thing there when I was there in the 80s or 70s, late 70s, early 80s, whatever. It wasn't always raining.
The ice age then, Walt. Now we're going.
Yes, shut up. Look, I do know Hurricane David was coming through. I'm trying to time this in my head when it actually was. Yeah, late 79, beginning of 80. So yeah, Hurricane David. We literally stood on the beach and let it like splash waves on our faces while all the people were like going for shelter. It's like, hey man, we grew up in Louisiana. This is nothing. We can handle this.
And to answer Josh's question, yes, I'm having a lot of fun. Yesterday was cool. I did a couple shoots, and then this whole weekend I'm going to be shooting like crazy. Holy crap! I connected with some. I connect. You know, it's not even day one, right? People are just setting up, and I already connected with like the top people at. Oh man, do I have to say this on the airwaves?
It's going to be pretty hard to follow along if you don't. It'll be just obvious that you're.
So I wasn't. Trust me, this wasn't even planned. And about 4 weeks ago, let me just say it this way: so I was living in Fort Lauderdale a couple weeks ago, still, and I was getting ready to move out. I was just like, this ain't happening. I don't like this part of town. Blah blah blah. But I saw the sign on the highway, and it said September 17th to the 19th, and I'm like, man, I haven't been to one of those in like 10 years since I was married. I brought my wife to the last one, right up in New Jersey, and because I had friends in the industry back then. So they're having the Exotica convention down here. I'm just like, I'll never go to one of those again. And then I'm out in Texas. I was actually staying at Chris Pontius's places, just so you guys know. I was out there for 2 weeks, and I was looking at his work and stuff. Yeah. And I would have swung your way, except the storm had hit. And on the way back out, the same thing. I had to beat that storm. I had to get on the road at 7 a.m.
Yeah, dude, it was
stay north of it.
Right.
Dude, I was looking at it the whole time coming in. And you know what was nice, though, coming back at that time and through that storm? I got spritzed along the way, but the route I took was taking me out through Shreveport, Jackson, and then down to Mobile, Alabama. And what was cool
all
is
three old stomping grounds
down on me. Huh?
I said, that's all three old stomping grounds of mine.
Yeah. And the cool thing was, they're like buildings with signs that said, Walt slept here.
Right. Hey, when you make a mark, you make a mark.
But no, the cool thing was like I didn't get beat down on the sun. I was worried about driving east into it, but it was nice to have that cloud cover. But in any case, what was I saying? So yes, I was out at Chris Pontius's place, and saw his models and everything. We talked about a couple things, and we were going to execute on them, but he had a lot of work to catch up on. So I may, in fact, go back out there in November. There's some other things I'll tell you out there. Did my phone just go wonky?
Either that or your agent finally messed up his.
I'm the agent.
Yeah, you are the Matrix. I hear the robot voice.
Yeah, we hear it. That's actually
leave Jonathan alone for a second. He's trying to do a
he's
show.
on the air. You guys have to turn down those.
The game that
What is that? What is that? That's nuts. That's like a whole other thing.
I'm over getting Tristan in chat says it sounds like Combat Atari.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's not we're all robots now? They said we're all robots.
The last planetary.
We are here. We commanded. Oh, hell, you're metallic overlords. We come in peace. We came to get the extra pieces. Yeah. It happened when Josh...
It's like Mars attacks, they come in pieces, they're shooting.
Which is weird, because I didn't hear it.
Calamas did Hawthorne's call in. We are for France.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, wow. Dude, holy crap.
Josh, you fucking around.
No. I don't hear anything.
We really have a problem, dude. It's like really bad. Everybody's robotic. Resistance is futile. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. No, Dave.
Johnny 5 is alive.
Input. I need input.
I am a metal exoskeleton with a human flesh over.
Alright, I don't know, guys. TFR apparently only Josh is robotic.
Everything sounds fine on my end. I don't know.
Who's coming in robotic? Is it just Josh?
I can hear you guys alright. I just hear this background noise. So.
Yeah, that noise behind everything. That when Josh talks,
Oh, so it's Josh that's doing it.
Everything sounds fine to me. Everything sounds clear on my end. I don't know.
It's you, dude.
you're a train wreck, dude. I mean, on live radio, you're not supposed to call out the issues that
This for you in Vietnam. There's an obscure one. Where's that from?
I do.
South Park. Remember that?
South Park, the first news.
They said they can't hear it. They can't understand any of us talking at all.
They said they can't do this at all. So it's something going through your system, Josh. Something about your system.
Josh screwed it up. That's what his sound effects thing.
I mean, nothing's on.
Would you like to play a game, Dr. Allen?
Morgan,
How about that?
the one guy has more melodic note on his voice. It's not good, let's say.
Like, I don't even know where to start, because everything sounds fine to me.
I'm at Exotica down here. Holy shit, I hit it off with like the head of Shadowgate, the head of My Food Cams, all these other things. And I was telling my friend a couple months ago, we should just get into this business. I'm done. I'm single. Fuck this place. Taking it over. So I'll be doing the Exotica convention in New Jersey next. And then I'll go see my son and see everybody up that way. But you know what it is? I didn't even plan it. I'm only doing it because I needed the money, and the person called me and they paid me really good money to shoot for them, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Alright, can we all hang up and reconnect?
Well, the problem is we don't actually have a hard break for another few minutes here.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I know it's driving everybody crazy in the chat here. But apparently they're all struggling. They seem to really be struggling.
Sounds like
TFR seems not to sound that way. Only Josh on TFR said something going through and out to the whole stream. Other than the TFR stream.
Frequency radio.
Too bad this technology can't be rebuilt.
Right?
Dude,
if you could toss it away, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you sound bad.
Yeah, you sound alright. It's just underneath everything is wrong. When Josh turned a while ago, it started. So you may have like jiggled a cable or.
No, it's done.
I mean, the only cable I would have jiggled is from my headphone.
Something happened when you turned earlier, is what they say on the camera they saw. You turned and the noise started.
Yeah, I mean...
So, just trying to get it all fixed, guys. Sorry about all this. It's usually not this bad with problems. Yeah, well,
Wait, let's all be quiet. Let's just be quiet and see if the noise keeps coming down. Let's just see who it is. Josh, say something. You go first.
I'm busy turning cable connections. Like I said, I don't hear anything. Everything sounds normal to me, so I don't even know what
Yeah, now it's gone.
it's still there.
No, it's Josh's mic. That's weird. So wait, if he drops out and comes back in, this will stay up, right?
we're doing TFR just because I have it open, I think. Is that not correct? But then we have, let's see what happens. You have to reset that. I mean, it's definitely not 7 minutes more of transmit.
Set it on here then.
No, it's
something. It's done. It was him.
Alright, cool. Alright guys, we do apologize for all this. Usually, as I said, we don't used to have this bad with our sound.
Yeah,
it's just 20 warnings.
That is a weird one. I've never heard that issue before. Before I forget, Zach, when is October, October 21st?
23rd and 24th, Spartanburg, South Carolina. You can get your ticket at that, FlatEarthFestivals.com.
You gonna come pick me up, Jonathan? You know that, man? I just might, because there's a great place called the Louisiana Lunchbox in Pensacola, the guys from Louisiana. The food I ate there, holy moly. Right? Oh, you got me excited. Brother, this guy, man, he had shrimp and grits, but his secret, then he had this pepper jack cheese sauce that's heavy cream and whatever was in it. And it was made as beignets and crawfish over pasta, and holy crap, and then it's red bean and rice and jambalaya, and you know how it is.
Did you get any alligator tail?
I didn't have the alligator this time.
That was something I enjoyed. I tried it in Indiana, of all places, at a place in South Bend, Indiana called Doobie's. Yeah, that was the big thing was having alligator tail. And it tasted like chewy chicken to me. It was good. Yeah, we launched up we went down to Alabama, Mississippi, near my cousin, to visit some girl that he was talking to. And we brought like 20 pounds back up north of alligator tail and dry ice.
This time we're still robots. Oh, that's that. Yeah. So to us it sounds better in our heads, because we were hearing it even in the background.
But we're not so broadcasting as robots.
Not to us, but they say that they are still on the chat. But, no problem. I mean, I no clue what the problem is.
Dude, you're broadcasting clear. I'm listening to you on my radio here on the internet, and you're clear. I'm clear.
Okay, maybe they're just catching up. You guys do a restart.